Bom dia!
Boa tarde.
Oh, desculpa. But you weren't loud enough anyway. Boa tarde! Viva Portugal!
Boa tarde e bem-vindos à nossa celebração do Dia de Portugal, de Camões e das comunidades portuguesas. Good afternoon and welcome to our celebration of Day of Portugal, Camões and the Portuguese communities. Gostaria de agradecer, em nome da comissão deste evento, às seguintes pessoas e grupos por estarem aqui hoje. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of the committee who organized this event to thank the following individuals and groups for prioritizing this event in their schedule. So Mayor Sokari Chow and the Lowell City Council members who are here today. The Lowell City Council members, Council General Dr. Tiago Aruj, Dr. João Caixinha, Representative Vanna Howard, the Lowell Police Department, Officer Derek Betancourt and Officer Eric Torres, e também as organizações que colaboraram para que este evento fosse possível, incluindo and the organizations that collaborated in making this event possible, including the Portuguese American Veterans, Banda Espírito Santo, St. Anthony's Parish, Holy Ghost Society, São João Feast Committee, Santíssima Trindade Feast Committee, the Reds Club, the Blues Club, the Portuguese American Road Riders, the Lowell Portuguese Language School, and the Saab Center for Portuguese Studies. We'll begin our, yes. Without all of them, we could not be here today. Agradecemos a eles todos. We'll begin our festivities with a poem in Portuguese by Luís de Camões, for whom today's holiday is named. We want to welcome to the podium Ms. Gabriela Vasconcelos.
Amor é fogo que arde sem se ver, Luís Camões. Amor é fogo que arde sem se ver, é fadaria que dói e não se sente. É contentamento descontente, é dor que destina sem doer. É não querer mais quem bem querer, é andar solitário entre a gente, e nunca contra si de contente. É cuidar que ganha e sem perder. É querer estar preso por vontade. É servir a quem vence o vencedor. E ter como nos mata lealidade. Mas como acusar pode ser favor. Nos corações humanos, amizade. Então, contrário, assim é o mesmo amor.
At the heart of this event are our Portuguese American veterans and the band Espírito Santo. So without further ado, please stand if you're able and remove your hats as they lead in our flag raising and national anthems. Please help me also to welcome the talented voice of our fadista fado singer, Alison da Silva.
Heróis do mar, novo povo, nação valente e imortal, levantai hoje de novo. contra os canhões marchar, marchar.
What a beautiful voice Alison has. Thank you. We believe that Dia de Portugal, Day of Portugal, is the perfect time to reflect on our efforts made in Lowell to preserve our Portuguese language, culture, and tradition. We are thrilled to be able to showcase artists, students, and entertainers during our program this afternoon and recognize folks who have worked tirelessly over the decades to keep our traditions alive. To open up this afternoon is our mayor, Sakari Chow.
Hola. It's good to see all the beautiful faces and all the beautiful colors in the crowd. I'm still looking for Ronaldo. Right. It looked like we had a great football match here, but it's exciting times here in Lowell, and I can speak on behalf of all the elected officials in the city of Lowell and behind me that the city of Lowell is very fortunate to have Portuguese Americans part of our community. And when I talk to my Portuguese American friends as well as looked up, I know that we share many of the wonderful things in life. We share great family values, education, great food, gardening, taking our families out to picnic. So these are all the things that what make our lives very enriched and very colorful and have great quality of life. And this is what our city strives to do. And let me just briefly introduce to you the elected officials behind me. To my right, City Councilor Eric Gishia. School Committee Member Eileen De Rossi. Former City Councilor, former Mayor, now State Representative Rodney Elliott. City Councilor Corey Robinson. Former Mayor, now City Councilor Rita Mercier. And State Representative Vanna Howard. And once again, I want to welcome you and all the dignitaries visiting our great city and stand before us here in front of City Hall. It is my honor to present this proclamation on behalf of the entire City Council to you. So could have you come up here and accept this proclamation. City of Lowell, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, by my honor, Sakari Chow, a mayor's proclamation. Whereas the month of June is a time to celebrate the rich contributions members of the Portuguese community have made to the city of Lowell, culturally, politically, socially, and economically. Today we celebrate Portugal Day, and whereas Portugal Day commemorates the death of Luís de Camões, best known for writing the Lusíadas, the Portuguese national epic poem celebrating the brave Portuguese explorers of the 16th century. And whereas Massachusetts is home to one of the largest Portuguese American communities in the United States, together we join our friends in the Portuguese community and in Portuguese-speaking communities worldwide in commemorating Portuguese Day. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Sakari Chow, on behalf of the entire City Council, proclaim today is Portugal Day. Congratulations.
This year, the Holy Ghost Society celebrates its 100-year anniversary. The Holy Ghost Park has long served as the hub of our community, with generations of rich history, dedicated volunteers, and countless memories made. It's our little piece of Portugal in this country that we call home. If those walls could talk, they would tell stories of 100 years of dedication to preserving Portuguese culture and heritage. Could you please raise and keep your hand raised in the air if you have ever served as a director or volunteer at the Holy Ghost Society? Hi. Please look around to see all of the hands. Thank you all for being a part of the 100-year history. The Dia de Portugal Committee would like to invite the board president of Holy Ghost to accept this proclamation on behalf of the organization. Please come to the podium. Liz.
Em nome da minha direção e de todos os sócios, a gente agradece de terem lembrado da gente. São 100 anos, temos muito orgulho em ser portugueses e especialmente da Sociedade do Divino Espírito Santo. Viva Portugal!
It is my pleasure to next introduce the Consul General of Portugal to Boston, Dr. Tiago Araújo.
Muito obrigado. Boa tarde a todos. Let me start by thanking Mayor Sokari Chao, all the representatives of the city of Lowell, and the state representative here with us, and the organizing committee for allowing us, for creating the opportunity for us to fill the streets of Lowell with the green and red of the colors of our flag. Thank you. I must say that in this past year I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the responsibility of being Consul General of Portugal in this region of the United States, such as the history, the size and the importance of our community. Thank you. Thank you. Recently, after attending a very interesting conference here in the city, I spent some time browsing the Portuguese American Digital Archive being developed by the Sub-Center for Portuguese Studies at UMass Lowell, and I was impressed by what I saw. The archive documents the presence of the Portuguese here since the 19th century. I was really touched to see all those photos, to watch all those movies, and to read all those accounts from decades up to the present. I'm sure that some of your ancestors are those faces that we see in those photos, in those videos. People that left different parts of Portugal to create a very distinctive Portuguese presence here in Lowell. Lowell was once an important center of American industrial revolution. Its mills were moved by the waters of the Merrimack, but also by the labor, by the energy of the Portuguese, working alongside people from all over the world. The mills, of course, have stopped working, but not the Portuguese. The Portuguese remained here in Lowell. They are part of this community, an important part of this community. Lowell, the city of Lowell transformed itself, and the Portuguese are an important part, of that transformation. Lowell is now a center of higher education, of science, of innovation, and the descendants of those first generations of Portuguese are now a little bit everywhere. They're teachers, they're scientists, they're police officers, they're firefighters, they're skilled workers, and even members of Congress. They helped build this city and this country. They are part of Portugal, and they are part of the United States. So that's why it's so moving to see both flags, the American flag and the Portuguese flag, raised side by side here in Lowell. I would just end up by saying that the whole month of June is devoted to the Portuguese heritage here in Massachusetts. So we have lots of celebrations. This morning I was in Peabody. Now I'm here in Ludlow. Next Tuesday we'll have in Lowell. Lowell. Next Tuesday I will be we'll have the celebration of Portuguese heritage at the State House, and all this will lead up to the the Boston Portuguese Festival on June 18th. It's a festival not only for the Portuguese community in Boston, but for the Portuguese all over the region. So I would be very happy to see as many of you there as possible celebrating our heritage as we are here today. Thank you so much. Viva Portugal!
Please help me introduce to the podium a woman who is a champion for ethnic communities and women at the state level, and especially here in Lowell, Representative Vanna Howard.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good evening, everyone.
You're short like me.
On my tiptoe. I am so delighted to be here with you all tonight, celebrating this important day with you all. I always enjoy coming here to celebrate this important cultural heritage day with you all every year. And today, it turned out the sun is out, and this is how you show up to party on Dia de Portugal Day. On behalf of the Massachusetts House of Representatives, my colleagues and I, to mark this auspicious occasion, this important day that's being celebrated here in the city of Lowell and across this country, across the nation, I have a citation, delighted to acknowledge and recognize this special day. I have a citation from the Massachusetts House of Representatives to mark this important day here in the city of Lowell. So, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations on this important day, Portugal Day, also known as Dia de Portugal, celebrating and honoring your beautiful, vibrant history and heritage and the vital contributions of Portuguese Americans to the social, cultural, economic, and political life of the city of Lowell and our Commonwealth. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 10th day of June 2023 by Ronald Mariano, Speaker of the House, offered by me, State Representative Vanna Howard. Viva Portugal!
Could we please ask for the members of Familia Martins y Amigos to please gather here on the steps in front of the podium? In commemoration of the 40th anniversary of your Carnaval group, we'd like to present you with this proclamation. Your ability to fill a hall with laughter is medicine to the Portuguese soul. Beyond preserving the tradition of Carnaval, your family has led and volunteered for staple organizations in our community, including Trindade, St. Anthony's Church, and the Holy Ghost Society. We cannot thank you enough for the countless hours you've dedicated to preserving our culture and traditions. If you could pick someone to come up to the podium, congratulations.
Em nome da família Martins e Amigos, o nosso muito obrigado ao Conselho por nos ter prestado esta grande honra. É com muito prazer e alegria que a gente tem representado a comunidade de Lowell por Carnaval estes anos e a gente agradece a vocês todos pelo vosso apoio. Muito obrigado.
We'd like the Martins family to remain standing on the steps as we welcome our next speaker, Isabella Caesar. Isabella was one of this year's Holy Ghost Society scholarship recipients. She shared with us what it means to her to be Portuguese and we feel it sums up the essence of belonging to our community.
What does being Portuguese mean to me? Well, for one thing, it is a community I can always rely on. There is no questioning that everybody in this welcoming and loving community would help me no matter what I needed. Being Portuguese means loving your family and the extended family too. It means walking down the street and seeing someone you know, saying hi, and making sure everyone is okay. For as long as I can remember, being Portuguese meant always having someone to catch you when you fall. Being Portuguese means spending every weekend of my childhood at Holy Ghost for whatever feast was going on and staying there till the last people left. I would go up to the bazaar and pay the ladies in the tent tons of dollars just for the chance to unroll a piece of paper that had numbers on it, for the chance to win something good. I barely got anything, and if I did, it was always an old vase or a picture frame. But sometimes, since we stayed so late, when the ladies were cleaning up their items, they would slip me a little stuffed animal or a toy just to make me feel better. Being Portuguese means participating in anything and everything, from Trindade to dancing in Carnaval. Women who would make us little children stand in line and dance with us to some Portuguese song to try and teach us the steps, who would buy snacks and drinks with their own money to give us a treat at the end of each practice. The endless practices 3 times a week for Carnaval, dancing till my feet were numb and twirling till I was dizzy, singing the same songs over and over again until we got it just right. But no matter how much I would complain that my feet hurt or that I was too tired to dance, I did it anyways. Those tiring moments are drowned out by the loud and rambunctious laughter at practices, and the moments where we were all so delirious everything was funny. The girls get together for outfit fittings, and the very first time we danced together on stage, we're all smiling and joking around until those curtains pull back and we are in position. Not to mention the bus rides full of singing and eating together for hours and hours on end, non-stop. But this is a family you don't get tired of. Being Portuguese means dancing with the Família Martins and Amigos for Carnaval. If you ask me, there really are no amigos. We're all just family. I first started dancing to share something with my father, to associate myself further into my Portuguese heritage. But year after year, I would return to see my family, to have something I genuinely look forward to do. So at the end of Carnaval weekend, we all gather at João Martins' house and laugh and talk about our days of travel and eat amazing caldo verde. We also eat copious amounts of McDonald's. Being Portuguese means walking into a room and being greeted with kisses on cheeks and hugs that squeeze the life out of you. It means eating food prepared by the best cooks and the avós pinching your cheeks and commenting on how smart and beautiful you are. There is very rarely any moment you are alone, and even rarer to ever feel like you are. There is a constant love around, from the food piled on your plate by your mother to the people who drop by unannounced just because they missed you. What I'm trying to say is that being Portuguese means being loved and respected, no matter what. No matter who you are with, related or not, there is just one big family that fills your heart with warmth and dry your tears with their hugs. You can't ever be alone because there's a whole community that has seen you grown up with their eyes and will do anything to see you succeed. It means having the biggest family the world has ever seen. That's what being Portuguese means to me.
Here next to say a few words about the meaning of this holiday, Dia de Portugal, Day of Portugal, is the coordinator of the Portuguese Language Program and Education Affairs in the U.S. and of Camões Institute, Dr. João Caixinha.
Boa tarde a todos os convidados de honra, bem como a todos os presentes nesta cerimónia. I'll speak in Portuguese if you don't mind, and then I'll end up in English. Gostaria de começar por agradecer o convite que me foi endereçado pela organização do Dia de Portugal, de Camões e das comunidades portuguesas em Lowell, em especial a Annalise Sabe, que teve esta excelente ideia de nos reunir aqui hoje com os demais organizadores deste evento especial que já tem lugar há muitos anos. É uma grande honra poder estar aqui novamente, nesta cidade e nesta cerimónia em representação da Coordenação do Ensino de Português nos Estados Unidos da América e do Instituto de Camões, que é o Instituto da Cooperação e da Língua Portuguesa. Queria felicitar-vos a todos por este dia tão especial, mas em particular gostaria de facilitar toda a comunidade educativa da Escola Portuguesa de Lowell e ao Centro SAB de Estudos Portugueses da Universidade de Massachusetts Lowell. pelo valioso contributo que têm vindo a prestar ao longo dos anos na promoção da língua e cultura portuguesa e lusófonas, formulando os melhores votos de continuado sucesso no futuro. Nesta ocasião especial do Dia de Portugal, de Camões e das comunidades portuguesas, gostaria de agradecer o trabalho e esforços empreendidos por toda a comunidade educativa de Lowell, mas em particular aos professores, diretores pedagógicos e dirigentes das escolas que, pela sua dedicação e através do ensino da língua e da cultura portuguesa, proporcionam às crianças e jovens da nossa comunidade de Lowell a oportunidade de conhecer a língua portuguesa, a literatura, a história, o património, as tradições e as origens dos seus pais e dos seus avós. Também gostaria de deixar uma palavra de apreço e consideração a todos os alunos que aprendem a língua portuguesa nas escolas e na Universidade de Massachusetts Lowell, pelo seu empenho e dedicação em prosseguirem a aprendizagem em língua portuguesa. Felicito ainda todos os pais e encarregados de educação dos alunos por incentivarem e encorajarem os seus filhos a aprender a língua portuguesa, dotando-os da oportunidade de desenvolverem as suas capacidades linguísticas como uma mais-valia futura, relevante para a sua valorização pessoal e profissional. Hoje todos sabemos que uma língua como o português é um verdadeiro instrumento de comunicação e de criação de pontes e sinergias com outras culturas e outras fontes do saber, sobretudo no mundo global em que vivemos. A este propósito, gostaria apenas de sublinhar a importância da língua portuguesa no mundo e salientar também a mais-valia de que estes estudantes de português serão dotados na sua vida profissional futura ao frequentarem as aulas de português aqui em Lowell. A língua portuguesa, como todos sabem, é falada em 9 países diferentes, localizados em todos os 5 continentes. É a 4ª língua mais falada no mundo, logo a seguir ao chinês, ao espanhol e ao inglês. A seguir, com cerca de 261 milhões de falantes em todo o mundo. A língua portuguesa é certamente uma das grandes línguas de comunicação internacional e uma língua de futuro com forte valor económico. É a 3ª língua mais falada em Massachusetts, pelo significativo número de falantes de expressão portuguesa. É a 5ª língua com maior número de utilizadores na internet e a 3ª língua mais usada no Facebook. Em 2050, segundo os dados do Instituto Camões, serão já 380 milhões de falantes de português em todo o mundo e em 2100 serão 500 milhões de falantes no mundo inteiro. Sobretudo no Brasil e em África, nos países onde o nosso idioma é a língua oficial, mas também em Timor-Leste e em Macau e em algumas regiões da Índia. É a primeira língua mais falada no Hemisfério Sul e é sobretudo em África onde a língua portuguesa crescerá mais. Finalmente, gostaria de assinalar que este ano letivo, 2022-2023, que está a terminar, o Instituto Camões, com o apoio da Secretaria de Estado das Comunidades Portuguesas e o apoio logístico desta coordenação de ensino e do Consulado-Geral de Portugal em Boston, aqui representado pelo Sr. Cônsul-Geral, atribuirá a título de empréstimo a todos os professores e alunos das escolas portuguesas nos Estados Unidos, em particular à Escola Portuguesa de Lowell, equipamentos, tablets da Microsoft, num investimento de cerca de 1 milhão de euros, que nós vamos gastar para apetrechar todas as escolas portuguesas em território dos Estados Unidos. Aqui, em especial, esta escola receberá também tablets e continuaremos a oferecer manuais escolares no próximo ano letivo, bem como materiais de apoio para os professores. And I will conclude in English, expressing that all of you play an instrumental role and contribution to the educational and social betterment of the Portuguese American, and the American families. It is very clear that an investment on education is one of the major key factors to achieve a successful professional life and career. This shows evidence that the Portuguese community in Lowell and in this area of Massachusetts continues its path of prosperous integration, and that the new generations are ready to also assume a leading role in the American society in which they are integrated. Thank you so much, and I will ask the Consul General to deliver the first tablet to the teacher of the school who is here, and I'll ask her to come to the podium if possible. Nina.
Obrigada pelo donativo. Nossa escola agradece tudo. E gostava de agradecer a todos e viva Portugal!
So next up is the Família Martins e Amigos, who are going to perform for us.
Today would not be complete without acknowledging the dedication of a veteran, community member, and friend who spent the last 42 years organizing this event, ensuring that the Portuguese take center stage at the city level every year on June 10th. Paul Gding, your leadership and commitment have been unwavering. Your leadership and commitment have been unwavering. You manage each year to pull together all of the Portuguese organizations for a beautiful showcase of collaboration. We honor you today with this certificate as a token of our appreciation for the decades of commitment you've made and as a promise to continuing this tradition for many, many years. You're going to read it. I can't read it. I went on the radio. I can't speak Portuguese.
Primeira coisa, obrigada. Eu vou ler que está aqui, e não sei se vou conseguir, estou meio nervoso. Certificado de apreciação em nome da comunidade portuguesa de Lowell e da Banda de Vinho Espírito Santo. Obrigado ao Sr. Paulo Godinho pelo vosso trabalho e dedicação a trazer os portugueses da cidade de Lowell para o centro de palco neste dia, dia 10 de junho, todos os anos, pelos últimos 42 anos. Obrigada. Eu tenho duas palavras a dizer só. Eu vou dizer em inglês primeiro. I'm very proud of this 3 jovens over here que pegaram no Dia de Portugal este ano e estão a fazer um trabalho lindo. I'm very proud. Uma grande salva de palmas para eles. Obrigado.